Grobler as promised, and he is one of the country's most popular motorsport heroes, known throughout the sporting fraternity for his catchphrase "Mooi man," which translated means nice man. Well, he's now in the twilight of a long and very distinguished career. He still has some challenges he wants to take on. Here's Hannes Grobler.
Some people, like Mike Simpson, for instance, are legends in their own mind. However, today we're going to meet a real legend, a man who's probably the most versatile driver in the South African motorsport scene.
Now, in the twilight of an outstanding career, Hannes Grobler has participated in most forms of motorsport over nearly 3 decades. These days, his heart lies firmly in off-road racing.
Mooi man.
Hannes, when did you first start racing?
My career started basically in '78 when I started doing rallies with my own private car, and yeah, I've been for the last 29 years in motorsport.
Hannes has the distinction of winning both the National Rally and Off-Road Championships in the same season. Uniquely, all his successes, whether on or off the track, have been with Nissan. In 2005, he's leading the Off-Road Championship.
It's probably the first time that I really got a winning car, and I enjoy the competition. If somebody else is there and he can give me a carrot, you know, that's fine, you know, but I like to still win, you know, and that's the only thing, is to win.
As a track racer, he drove solo. As an off-roader, he needs a good navigator.
Hannes is a super driver. He's one of those blokes that can adapt to circumstances so quickly. Nothing catches him out. His reflexes are super, and he loves people. When there's people, he likes to drive sideways, and as I always say, he sells Nissans when there's people around.
A good relationship between driver and navigator is key to a winning team. Although Francois and Hannes have only been together for less than a year, it's a relationship built on mutual respect.
Talk the same language. We make jokes in the car, and on an event like the Dakar, or even in an off-road event here with us, if you can't so now and then make a joke in the car, then it's going to be a problem for you, you know, it's going to make it tougher.
Jokes aside, the navigator has a vital task.
Francois, what's the role of a navigator in an off-road racing car?
His primary role is, of course, to take the route schedule and to keep the driver on the route and not to get him lost, which is easier said than done. Your ability to communicate with your driver must be faultless, and he must understand what you're trying to tell him always, and you must never lose your sense of humor.
Mooi man.
When I go to an off-road race, you're the one guy who's always having fun. Whether you crash or win, you still smile. How do you do it?
You have to enjoy it to make a success of it, you know, and yeah, I've enjoyed it very much, and I enjoyed every form of motorsport, you know, when the wheels turn, I'm there.
And these are the wheels currently in motion for Hannes. Built locally, this Nissan hardbody is worth in excess of R1 million, with the engine making up more than the cost.
The grille and lights on this hardbody may be exactly the same as the standard vehicle, but that's about the only thing that the two vehicles have in common. This is a serious racing machine.
The engine has been moved back, engine's been modified, it's got roll cages in, you know, it's got all the safety equipment in.
Safety is paramount, not least because this vehicle carries 500 litres of fuel located right behind the driver's seat. But neither costs nor danger can stop an achiever like Hannes from dreaming. And the dream is to conquer the 2006 Dakar, the world's premier marathon rally event. If he can participate, the arduous Dakar would be a fitting pinnacle to a remarkable motorsport career. He doesn't expect to come close to winning, but just to finish would be a huge achievement.
I think it's just a thing to get to the end. Off-road is tough. You must know your vehicle, the capabilities of your vehicle, your own capabilities. And I think doing 500 kilos here, it's tough enough for the guys. And doing it for 13 days, one day behind each other, and keep the car going for that 13 days. I think that's what's the carrot there for the guys, that they want to go and do it.
It won't be new terrain for Hannes. A few years ago, he became one of only 500 drivers in the world to finish the Dakar in a support truck.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I never thought, yeah, a truck can go that fast. You know, It's weighing about 14 tons with 3 tons of spares at the back. You know, that thing goes 140, 150 kilometers an hour in the dunes. But it's a hell of an experience that I won't change for anything.
Francois has also made his mark on the Dakar, navigating for Geniel de Villiers. Between them, the pair hope to raise around 2.5 million rands in order to feel the thrill of the dunes once again.
Hannes, you're a granddad. Aren't you too old to do the Dakar?
I'm a young grandfather.
30 years ago, Hannes actually wanted to become a Springbok rugby player, and had it not been for several injuries, he would have probably succeeded. Well, I for one am really glad that he chose motorsport instead.
Why, man?
Because as far as I'm concerned, Jake White's loss was definitely motorsport's gain.
Yes, and I agree with Charlene there. And by the way, good luck to Hannes and Francois in their dream to compete in the Dakar. And although Nissan's giving them